Welcome to the Endocrine Glands, Hormones, and Disorders Part 2 video lesson. In this lesson we'll take a look at the adrenal medulla, the adrenal cortex, the pineal gland, the pancreas, the testes and the ovaries, the hormones they produce, and the disorders that result from hyper and hyposecretion of those hormones. Let's go ahead and get started with the adrenal medulla. The primary hormone released by the adrenal medulla is adrenaline, and this is also known as epinephrine. Epinephrine is involved in a fight or flight response. It boosts pulse, blood pressure, and metabolic rate. Hyper and hyposecretions seem not to occur. Another hormone produced in the adrenal medulla is noradrenaline, or norepinephrine. It's similar to adrenaline, so it would be the same types of causes, and hyper and hyposecretion seem not to occur. All right, next gland is the adrenal cortex. The first hormone we'll take a look at, produced by the adrenal cortex, is cortisol. Cortisol determines the balance in energy storage between fat, glycogen, and blood sugar. Hypersecretion causes what's called Cushing's disease. It results in fat deposits and increased blood pressure and fatigue. Hyposecretion, too little of cortisol, causes what's called Addison's disease. It results in weight loss, drop in blood pressure, cardiac arrhythmia, increased melanization of the skin, that's tanning of the skin, and as a result, sufferers look healthy, they look thin and tanned, but Addison's can be fatal if untreated. JFK had Addison's. Another hormone produced by the adrenal cortex is aldosterone. Aldosterone maintains osmotic balance in the blood. Osmotic balance, of course, would mean that it maintains the water balance in the blood. It acts on the kidneys, and there are no hyper or hyposecretion disorders known for aldosterone. All right, the next gland we're going to take a look at is the pineal gland. And the most well-known hormone produced in the pineal gland is melatonin. Melatonin inhibits brain activities, partly responsible for the sleep cycle, and controls the yearly cyclic behaviors in animals such as mating and hibernation. A hypersecretion of melatonin causes what's known as seasonal affective disorder, or the acronym SAD. This is depression due to caused by increase in night length, and this can be treated with sun lamps. A hyposecretion, too little amount of melatonin, in children seems to result in delayed puberty. In adults can result in insomnia, but it is poorly understood and may have other effects as well. All right, the next gland we'll take a look at is the pancreas, and specifically we're looking at the islets of Langerhans. This is where the hormone insulin is produced. It triggers the reabsorption of glucose from the blood and has the effect of lowering blood sugar. Too much insulin, hypersecretion, causes hypoglycemia. Too little insulin, hyposecretion, causes diabetes. Another hormone produced in the pancreas is glucagon. And glucagon triggers transport of glucose out of the liver and into the blood, and has the effect of raising blood sugar. Hyper and hyposecretion seem to be uncommon, but they would be the opposite effects of insulin. Next, we'll take a look at the testes gland. These produce the hormone testosterone. and other androgens, responsible for sperm production and the production of the male secondary sex characteristics, such as body hair, muscle distribution, and lowering of the voice. Too much testosterone, hypersecretion, may cause hyperaggressive behavior, but this is unproven. Too little testosterone, a hyposecretion, would cause infertility. The last gland we'll take a look at are the ovaries. The ovaries produce two known hormones, and one of them is estrogen. Estrogen is responsible for the maturing of egg cells and the production of the female secondary sex characteristics. Both hyper and hyposecretion would cause infertility. Hyposecretion would also result in puberty being delayed or absent. The other hormone produced in the ovaries is progesterone, and it is responsible for the maintenance of the uterine lining. Hypersecretion would stop the menstrual cycle, while too little progesterone, hypersecretion, would result in an inability to maintain pregnancy. That'll do it for our glands, hormones, and disorders. And we'll talk more about these as we do a problem set and review starting in class tomorrow.